Now I left it alone. See, you see that? Okay.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's feel good time. So get your yak, get whatever brown or white liquor you got. If you don't drink, get your soda or water or juice. It's now time for Dr. Feelgood's study. How do we recover from infidelity? You see, I put my alma mater up there. The state of ecstasy. Because that's what the picture says. That's what the picture is.
I'm just teasing you.
What's up with Coke?
Because Black women don't cheat. That's why.
There you go.
They exercise.
Give me one of them. There we go.
Charlamagne God said Black men don't cheat.
No. That's that.
When she said Black women don't cheat, the first person to cheat is the first person to holler.
All right. Now let me get done.
Okay.
How do you rebound from infidelity? We talked about this earlier. As you can see, there are 10 steps that's been identified. First one, cease all contact. If the affair partner, you want to get them out the way. I don't mean kill them. I don't mean put them in the bottom of the pool. Means cease all contact. Don't talk about that person. Don't mention that person. Don't be around that person. That way your partner may feel a little better about themselves. You might have to quit your job.
Don't do that.
Change churches.
Can't do that one.
You have to cut out every excuse, because that's what it's all about. No matter what you do, it's going to be anything you say. Your partner is going to think it's an excuse. So you want to get rid of all excuses. Open all accounts. Now this one is hard. Oh my gosh, this one is hard. How many of us put a 1 or 2 in the chat box? How many of us would give their partner unfettered access to all the information? One yes.
Information. You mean check account, bank account?
No. I'm talking
social media
accounts.
Your social media accounts, sure.
Your phone, give your passcode to your phone, all of that. You have to do that to show that, hey, I'm being open and honest. But people, like Anson said, people find other ways.
I just open up some new accounts.
I plead the fifth.
Show remorse. This is one of the important things, and it's a bedrock. It's a bedrock of Christianity. Repent. I did wrong. I feel that I need to repent. I did wrong. I said that. So those things, that's the big thing. That's the one thing. And how do you do that? A way to do that, like if I screw up, I will say what I screwed up, how I screwed up, and then give a way out on how I'm going to fix it. Because it's saying I'm sorry is never enough. Because are you sorry for being sorry, or are you sorry because you got caught?
That's it.
So saying, Dr. Fabulous, when I called you a Bia the other day, I was wrong about that. And I will ensure that I will not call you that again, because that's not what you are.
Exactly. And you won't have no teeth if you do it again. That's it.
I identified the issue. I accept the responsibility. I took accountability, and I offered a solution.
Right.
Showing remorse. Process the hurts. This is a hard one too, because some of us, we like hurt. Without hurt, we can't complain about nothing. Without complaining, then we don't feel alive. Some people just like that. That's just how people are. But you gotta process through your hurt. And sometimes you gotta hurt in order to heal, because it tells you something's wrong. But you can't, if you forgive the person, you gotta forgive them completely. That means do not bring it up 18 years later. That don't mean you stop thinking about it, but you have to keep that, you gotta heal from that. Because if you keep bringing it up, guess what? You ain't never forgive the person.
Right.
Discuss the details. Now, this one I kind of don't agree with, because if you discuss the details, people getting their feelings. Yeah, you know that Tuesday I was out with the boys. I was at Motel 6 with Jenny, Jane, and Jana. And
you didn't invite me?
And we made a PBJJ and J sandwich.
It's so funny.
And you know, and I did X, I did Y, I did Z, I did A, B, and C. And oof, they made me feel like a brand new man.
See,
ain't no woman gonna want to hear all of that.
You could have left off the last sentence. You've been all right.
And dudes definitely don't want to hear, because the first thing dudes gonna ask is, did you perform fellatio?
Was it bigger than mine?
Oh no. They want to know if you want to put his thing in your mouth. That's like revoking. No sock cucking. Manage triggers. Infidelity causes PTSD, and that's why some people do irrational things like have you call every 40 minutes, pinging you where you at. Where you at? It takes you 8 minutes to get from point A to point B. It took you 10 minutes. Who was you screwing in 2 minutes? Because I know you fast.
Oh God.
No, you're a minute man.
You put 20 more miles on your truck.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So as the person who's been wronged, you have to manage your triggers, because you know what's going to trigger you. You have to acknowledge that this triggers me, and I gotta think before I speak. Because a lot of us, when we're hurt, we respond emotionally. We don't respond logically. So if you're responding emotionally, you're gonna say something that you might not have actually meant, but it doesn't matter because it's out the barrel. You can't unshoot a bullet. Develop compassion. That's why you have to look inside of you. If you think that you didn't do anything and you were perfect, chances are you weren't. Now there's some people that are great, and the person they just with is a piece of crap. But most of the times we've done something to cause our partner to do something else. Maybe we didn't give them the attention they wanted. Maybe we took them for granted. But it's you got to have compassion. Hey, yeah, I know you screwed up, but you know, it could happen to anybody. Watch your self-talk. It said, you know, you're gonna be like, if I stayed in this relationship, I'm a fool. Or I must be unlovable because they cheated on me. But you're not, I mean, you don't put all the blame on yourself, because it's still like Anson said, it's still a conscious choice. You still have a choice to step out. But you gotta don't say it's because of, you know, acknowledge what your part in it, but don't take all the blame, because then you're letting that person off the hook. And guess what they're gonna do if you let them off the hook?
Do it again.
And again.
And again. And one more time.
Fill your love buckets. Meaning you love that person for a reason. There was something, you know, one thing I used to ask my female friends, I say, you know, they talk about how bad their man was. I said, well, why was you with him? Oh, he did this and this. So it's not like the person just got with you and just started being Mr. on you. They may have done some things that you didn't like, but there was some things that attracted you to them. I call them the tingles, though, and the tingles are undefeated.
Mm-hmm.
Develop boundaries, kind of what my sister was talking about. Not ultimatums, but hey, I understand that every time you go out with Dr. Lark, y'all get teetotaled and y'all wind up coming home with your panties in your hand.
Ooh.
Don't hang out with Dr. Lark.
What?
Girl, when we going out?
I got you, girl. I got you.
That's the one with the married boyfriend.
Yeah, but you know, if you have to, the boundaries meaning don't be in places where it can trigger what you're going to do. For example, if I know that Danny and I like to go to the club. We go to the Nasty Kitty, where my favorite stripper is Gonorrhea.
Oh,
Damn, Dre.
I know every time we go, we get a VIP room and we get with Gonorrhea. If I know that's what's gonna happen, then I don't need to be there. I don't need to be there. I might want to be there, but I don't need to be there if I value my relationship.
Right, because syphilis gonna get you.
Syphilis is another dance at the Nasty Kitty.
Yeah, I hate strip clubs, man.
She finna shut
I
it
hate
down.
strip clubs, man.
Chlamydia, now dancing. Chlamydia. Discuss what your boundaries are as a couple and help each other. Your helpmeets. Where one can be bound, two can be strong.
Mm.
So you have to look at it. You have to look at it in that regard. You gotta. If some people overcome infidelity and become stronger, most people can't. It's just the way it is. What are the stages of healing? If you look at the bottom, I'm not going to go on all of this because you're going to work through an affair. Atonement, like I said, I did wrong. Attunement, I understand how you feel. And attachment, we got to reattach, because something for a person, for a spouse, or boyfriend or girlfriend to go outside of their relationship, it becomes a disattachment. You become unattached. And then you have to work on becoming reattached. Because like I said, ain't nobody get with somebody and they were just bad from the beginning. You like them for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's me. I ain't about shit, but that's another story. But but that's, those are the things that you have to understand. We either grow apart or grow together. And we have to understand that, if you make a mistake, own it. Come up with a solution. Tell your partner and do it. Because it's one thing to say it. One thing to say it. It's another thing to put it into practice and actually do it. How long does it take to heal from infidelity? Studies show that it takes between 6 months and 2 years.
What study is that? Shit.
But the key is that you actually had to have an attachment. If only one of y'all was in a relationship, guess what? It ain't gonna take but 30 minutes.
That's right.
So you have to have an attachment in order to be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Miss Akua was my girl and she didn't know she was my girl, and I'm creeping, how long do you think before she gonna get over that? Not even 20 seconds. Because she had no skin in the game. The more skin you have in the game, the longer it takes for you to heal from being betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. If you're with somebody, you're going to be with somebody. But some like I said, some of us, we're just in it for the ride. And we ain't gonna feel nothing. We'll go eat a ham sandwich afterwards if we eat ham.
Mm-hmm.
Does the pain ever go away? Saying that it takes this much time for the pain to go away, it's not going to go away overnight. But what you have to not do is overthink stuff. If the person's really trying to get back in your good graces, the pain should subside a little bit because they're making the effort to fix what they broke. But a lot of us like to hold on to that pain because it helps us feel. I feel this way and I'm good with it. And if I let it go, then who am I? If I let go of this pain. And that's what you have to realize, that you have to heal. You have to feel within yourself that I got to heal. Sometimes it might even leave the person. But the idea is to get healed from what happened. In conclusion, if you want to be together, you have to work at it. It's nothing that's easy. Love is fickle. Love is a feeling, and feelings come and feelings go. But you have a duty to your partner. You made a commitment to your partner. You made a, you're supposed to go all in with your partner, and they're supposed to go all in for you in return. So it's not a 50-50, it's a 100-100 that you're putting everything that you have and they're putting everything that they have in so that y'all can grow together. And when you go outside of that, that's when issues start. So, temptation is high, but we got to stay away from, don't put ourselves in situations where temptation can both get us. Now, with that, before I turn it over to Dr. Fab, I just want to make a couple of housekeeping announcements. I want to thank each and every one of y'all.
Before you say that, I just want to say I've always said that. For this, I said a marriage is always work. It's not. You get married and y'all don't have to do anything, or one person has to do anything. It's a constant job. You get out of it what you put into it. And that's just a relationship, period. But at one time I was basing that off of a marriage. You have to put the work in. So when one starts lacking in their job, you get put on probation. You consider that cheating. So when you get to that point, they give you those 3 strikes. But in some relationships, there's no strikes but one, and you're out. So you have to keep working at a relationship in order to keep it going and to build it. That's all I wanted to say.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like I said, before I turn it over to Dr. Fab, I just got a couple of housekeeping notes again. Tomorrow night, 8:30, scorebiggerdating.com. Dr. Fab.
I won't be there tomorrow night. I'll be traveling to the great city of Atlanta. So I won't be there tomorrow night. I will be in the A, celebrating. And,
so we got our family thing that we're working on, and that's this weekend, and we're gonna have a blast. No pictures because I got warrants. We also have a website, Upscale Love for You, Yahoo. We're coming in with a dating app. We got to be able to, we want y'all to come on. It's not only going to be dating, it's going to be networking.